Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
Mike.
Wow, that's got to be loud with the new mic. So today we're cracking open a new bottle.
I don't like this one. I don't like that.
Penelope, barrel strength, 9 year. So this is one relatively new that they come out. It does say barrel strength. I didn't think it was because it's only 109 proof. So we got this one for $64.99. It is a 9 year. This is batch 23-203. So, case keeping track on which one
I
we're
just
drinking.
looked at one.
Yeah, he almost bought one.
But I didn't concentrate on all those numbers. So.
Thank God we already did it. So I'm a little confused on this one because I know Penelope spent a ton of
those barrel
I should say, huh?
Aren't all those barrel strengths up there? They're toasted, they're this, they're that.
Yeah, they are, but they're higher proof.
Correct, 115. I think.
Yes, I believe they are, yes. And then the Architect, I believe, is all like 104s or 105, somewhere around there. So this says it's distilled in Indiana and Kentucky. It's 85% corn, 10% rye, 2% wheat, 3% malted barley. But what confuses me is I know MGP or Ross and Square, whatever you want to call them, bought Penelope back from the guys in New Jersey for like $5.5 million or something like that. So that part, because it says it's on the bar, it says bottled in Bardstown. So I'm not really sure what is going on, and maybe they have a
Why
something going on.
I'm giggling is because we just went through this and I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, no,
And
it's curious when you do the research because
you have said this right along.
they are. I mean, originally it was distilled in Indiana that I know of, and the guys from New Jersey had it, and then they bought them back. So you just assumed it would now be bottled in Indiana, but it says it's bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky. So
It does. It says.
it says it on the bottle. So that part, the Google machine can lie, but the bottle shouldn't be. So
I don't think the bottle should be. You
no,
are
it
correct.
shouldn't be, anyways. If it is, but we were going to give this one a try. Again, 109 proof. It's just a happy proof usually.
Pleasant nose.
Oh no, yeah, it's coming out.
I like to sit like that, but I can't drink like that. Oh, it actually is good flavor. This is very nice.
I haven't got that far yet. Still trying to see if I can get something off the nose. It's the traditional,
I
like
gave
the bourbon-esque
Yeah,
flavors. But
it is.
I was trying to see if there was like any kind of a fruit.
The flavor is very nice. I don't really get a fruit in the nose.
There is a sweetness on the palate though. As soon as it hits your tongue, like almost a sugar sweetness.
Not in a
Almost
bad
no, almost like a sugar
It
sweetness.
kind of controls the heat a little bit.
A lot of it actually. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that as 109 on my first sip.
I'd probably be.
He would be dead nuts.
No. I've been way off. Was it yesterday?
That's why I said it. Yesterday you were like,
I was out to fucking lunch.
yeah,
So.
you were way off. That's why.
I couldn't even pick an Irish for Christ's sakes. So shit happens.
I got nothing to say. He went 4 for 4 on Jack, and I was embarrassed of myself. I couldn't even believe it because I was so convinced that I was right.
Well, you always
and
are.
Then I looked and I was like, oh my God, I got 1 out of 4.
But
So
go big or go home. We've been told more than once. So
no, yeah, I know it worked.
I'm actually enjoying the nose and the flavor right now.
I do like the taste. Let me try one more before I actually give any kind of a. I was looking for a more of an oaky presence. A 9 year one, I thought it would just bring me really oaky. It's not at all.
No,
it's not bringing me the oak.
I almost, which is another odd one. For some reason, the wheat seems to be kind of like mellowing everything out, and it's 2%. So
it's only 10% rye too. This is drinking super soft. If that's what you're getting at, like it is drinking like.
Well, usually the wheaters aren't like kicking you.
Yeah,
and this. I'm not disappointed.
No.
I'm disappointed in the pour that you gave us, but beyond that, it's all right. Good cook.
You know, it's funny because when I poured them and we were doing like Fridays, he's like, look at this fast pour. Oh my God!
right.
And then I'm going to get
That's
yelled at
four
by
of
his
them.
wife because he's over there pouring like a crazy son. But, so I pour him like a normal person, and then all of a sudden I get
Whoa.
yelled at. He's
I almost
disappointed.
blew that one up. That would have sucked.
Our first real major spill. Is that would have been? Someone commented the other day that you poured, and if that happened, I wasn't paying attention this time. You poured on the tape, and I didn't wipe it. And he's like, "What is going on at that place?" I was like, "Yep, now you obviously missed that one." Because
I can't believe I did that.
he messes with me. Well, leave a comment
Who
down
was it,
below
Mike?
on this. And it might have been. It
Yeah.
might have been.
I got.
He was watching you.
I do have like a.
And you
Spy
poured on the
woodpecker
tape,
over there.
and supposedly I saw it. I said, obviously I didn't, because I would have definitely commented on that one.
I can't believe it.
So
Anything's possible.
I'm trying to. I'm just trying to give the full evaluation. So it's $64.99. So it's in line with
The rest of them.
a lot of all of them, really.
Sometimes though, I'm not even sure if age is for us. I'm not even sure if age is like the creation for us.
I don't disagree, because sometimes you can get a 4-year-old that's really oaky and flavorful, and it's just as good as when you get like a 10-year-old.
But again, so
and
I mean,
flavorful.
it's not $1.25. It's not $1.75. So it's 9 years. It's really not outrageous. I mean, you go 9-year Scotch, it could be $1.25, 75, 85,
and have less oak than this. No,
no. So I think it's priced well.
I'm going to agree with you actually today. It's surprisingly I was playing negative, but I wasn't actually going that route. For $64.99, it's a 9-year bourbon, and most people, like as a rule of thumb, like if you do $10 a year, people find that to be acceptable in a lot of circles.
And it's growing in the glass.
It is a fresh crack.
Yes.
Because I can say, I have gone back and we have tried that Woodford. We are going to put it into another thing, but that was uber oaky compared to when we first cracked it. So things do change when we do a fresh crack, and some people say it doesn't matter. Some people don't do that, and I agree with that, because it does change a lot when you put it.
It does, but we always go back to it as well. So it's not like that was our initial thought,
and that's just because everyone's going to crack the bottle originally.
Correct,
and that's the way I look at it, because you're going to buy a bottle, you're not going to open it and wait. You're going to drink it. Or
and
what
I
assume.
have sampled that one just not even out of spite, just because I'm like I was so pissed off at that one, and I said it is coming to its own. Is it still 160, 70, whatever we paid? No.
As this sits in a glass, it keeps getting better and
it does.
better. I want to say that, but I do want to say, I know you said I would be low hundreds at best. I would put this. I could honestly almost confuse this with like 100 proof. This drink's super soft to me.
Well,
which is, I mean that in a good way.
no, that's what I was saying,
That's
and that's
what I'm
why
saying.
I'm confused, because
Yeah.
it's 2% wheat, which most of the wheat is that we like. They're higher in proof, and
Well, it's usually it's not a weeder though, because this 10%.
I know this
their
is not.
secondary.
I'm just
correct.
saying.
No, it's a
That-
4
that's
grain.
what's confusing me.
Penelope does the 4 grains anyways, but this one like drinks like Sometimes you get 109 proof, like what was that? Sweetens Cove. It was 110 proof, and you were like, whoo, that was drinking like 120 something. This one at 109, I'm going closer to 100. Like, this drink's soft, which I don't mean it in a bad way. It has a ton of flavor, a decent viscosity, a good coating, and a good follow through. But in your mouth, you don't notice it's hot at all.
Not really.
Like, there's no heat
You are
coming
correct.
in. Yeah.
And then if this comes off an Irish, it's really gonna throw.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever else. Even if it come off like an 80 proofer, it's gonna like, wow. Now where are we?
I will say, because I haven't gone back to it since then, but I remember the last time you went back to Penelope Architect, and I should go back to that. I don't know why I haven't. You said it had a weird taste to it. I'm not getting any breakdown as I leave this on my tongue.
I do
it
remember
stays.
that.
You said that, and I haven't gone back
It had
to it.
a different
Yep.
note that I couldn't pick out.
Yeah.
Of course, imagine that. But
I haven't gone back to it. It
This
just
is- this
it didn't
is
dawn on
very,
me till-
very, very-
I'm
this-
actually liking this.
and it's about the same prices of the rest of them. So it's
No,
not like
it is,
outrageous.
because they're all right around
64.
$59 to
Yeah,
$60. A lot of the ones we
I've
got,
seen 'em
we
up-
stole one for $44.
I've seen
at
them
one
up
point,
at like
but-
89,
No,
99, or something, whatever. So
They
it's-
range. For the other barrel proof, because they're a little bit higher. The toasted's a little bit more and stuff like that. But when you go for like the architects, they're all
59
like,
to like
Yep.
99 is kind of where I've seen them. depending on your store, your location, where you're at. And
a new one coming out. I guess if I had any complaint, I'm really not getting a heavy oak presence. But man, it's actually delicious. I'm actually liking this for this price, that many years, that proof. Because that's kind of like my Happy Land proof lately. When we first started, I was like, no, you want the 122 proofs. That's the way to go. But they're almost hot now. Like right now, like the 109, 103 to like 115 is like my Happy Land right now. When you get a good one that has a good flavor, that really is nice.
I forget. Yeah, there are some that you get at 125, 126, the barrel picks or something like that, that are not this end.
Right.
They are hot. They do wake you up.
So like if I'm smelling it, like I'm getting like what I would call a sweet oak. It's not like a heavy rancid, like not like a tannic oak at all. Like it's not a heavy oak presence. It's like a sweet oak. Like sweet.
Still into the batter, or I could go with a light maple with brown sugar type deal there.
I like
flavor wise, you're right. You don't end up with that heavy oak presence.
You don't have. There's not that huge aftertaste. Like if you take any of the wood finishing makers where it really finishes with a heavy oak presence or some kind of a wood presence, you're not getting that. It's like a sweet oak. It's coming down. It's like a sweetness coming off of it. It's not like it
would be almost the end finish is almost like a marshmallow. You would have that. You
get that sugar sweetness that I'm talking about.
That puffy puff in the end. In the end, you get the little puffy puff of when you eat a raw marshmallow. I know neither one of us. I particularly don't really care for it.
But it is that sweetness that I'm talking about. It's almost like a sugar sweetness that you get on there.
Tree flavor or oak flavor at all. It's a sweetness of that. That's where I go.
No, and zero harshness. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Like I thought,
stick on your tongue a little.
Well. You know why? Because there's certain times we drink when or it's up there. We haven't done it yet.
I guess Steve and I just shot. Then you would know.
Of course, but like Steve and I just did one the other day. No, like when you do a shot, you're getting hit. It's 109 proof. You know what I mean? But we just did one the other day that was 100. And when you drank it, it reminded me of the Virgin, where to me I loved it. To him, it was too aggressive for him. With this one at 109, he's gonna love this one because it drinks softer than what it is. There's no aggression going on with it. It's just a soft pour. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna cough. So there you go. We're gonna leave this one short and sweet because we just had a couple long ones. But Penelope Barrel Strength 9-year bourbon whiskey.
It's worth a try.
I just want to make sure it said bourbon whiskey. I got glasses on my head, but I'm staring at it because I'm trying to see it. No, I agree. For this price, I would get...
For so light of every other, the barley and the wheat and the rye, I mean, it's 85% corn. You would think it'd be more in the white lightning category type deal, and it's not.
We might have to do it next. I'm going to do it next. We have one over there that I've seen a mash bill. I've never seen this mash bill in my life. And you actually...
It's got sorghum or sorghum or whatever in it?
You got to try it next, actually, on the next one. So, well, there you go. Now, it's the most unique one I've ever seen. So we're going to actually do it next because it's one of Steve's, and I feel like that's appropriate. We're going to do it. So definitely give this one a try if you see it out there. $64.99. If you get it any cheaper anywhere, you guys leave a comment down below because I like to hear from everyone. So... we'll leave it at that. I'd buy this again. Even at this price, I'd buy this again. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
And subscribe.